It might be difficult to decide between the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro because each device has advantages and disadvantages. The Pro phone costs more money but has less features than the regular phone. Almost everyone will find Apple's iPhone 13 to be a great phone overall, but the iPhone 13 Pro adds a second camera and more Pro functions. However, instead of these versions, you might now wish to have a look at the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Pro. Since the iPhone 13 Pro is no longer being manufactured, finding it in stock will become considerably more difficult in the future. The iPhone 14 is unquestionably an improvement even if the iPhone 13 is still available for purchase. Prices and storage for the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro. The iPhone 13 Small starts at $699, the iPhone 13 at $799, the iPhone 13 Pro at $999, and the iPhone 13 Pro Max at $1,099, all of which are currently available for purchase. These costs are £679, £779, £949, and £1,049 in the UK, respectively. The 64GB storage option has been eliminated, and all four phones now come in 256GB and 512GB models after beginning at 128GB. The iPhone 13 Pro and iPhone 13 Pro Max do, however, have a significant 1TB model to their benefit. The iPhone 13 Small and iPhone 13 offer a significant pricing advantage, as usual, but if you value large amounts of storage, you should consider the Pro versions. Design and colors of the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro. The good news is that the notches on all four of the new iPhone 13 models are smaller. In reality, they have been cut by 20%, giving you a little extra screen space regardless of which one you're using. Despite this, the iPhone 13 range's design isn't significantly changed from the iPhone 12 models. With the exception of being a tad thicker, they are all almost comparable in terms of size to the models from last year, 0.30 inches rather than 0.29. This means that the iPhone Mini 13, iPhone 13, and iPhone 13 Pro all have dimensions of 2.53 by 5.18 by 0.3 inches, 2.82 by 5.78 by 0.3 inches, and the same as the iPhone 13. The two phones' color selections are also very dissimilar. Starlight, Midnight, Blue, Pink, and Product Red are the 5 colors available for the iPhone 13 Mini and iPhone 13. While there are just 4 options available for the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max, they are at least more subdued and appealing in our opinion. Choose from Graphite, Gold, Silver, and Sierra Blue here. Displays of the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro. The ordinary iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro both have 6.1-inch screens, while the iPhone 13 Small has a 5.4-inch display. All 4 iPhone 13 models retain their prior screen sizes. Of course, the largest model is the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which features a 6.7-inch screen. The latest Super Retina XDR OLED panels from Apple are used in all 4 variants. With an increase in brightness of 28%, the iPhone 13's display offers a peak intensity of 1200 nits in HDR mode and an average outdoor brightness of 800 nits. Comparatively, the screens on the iPhone 13 Pro Max versions can reach a brightness of 1000 nits while being used outside in normal conditions. Cameras of the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro. The iPhone 13, 13 Pro, and 13 Pro Max have all earned a spot on our list of the best camera phones because all 4 iPhone 13 models provide outstanding phone photography. The 3 cameras on the iPhone 13 Pro models are noticeably different from the 2 rear cameras of the iPhone 13, though. The 12 megapixels primary camera in the iPhone 13 features a new sensor that allows in 47% more light for better nighttime photography, while the 12 megapixels ultra-wide camera has a quicker sensor. Unlike the iPhone 12, both of these cameras are set up in a diagonal rather than a vertical line. Additionally, they provide stunning outcomes with vibrant and vivid images. Comparison between the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro video may be recorded on all 4 iPhone 13 devices at up to 4K resolution and 60 frames per second. Additionally, all smartphones deliver reliable point-and-shoot video capability, as has been the case with the iPhone's previous iterations. Additionally, there is a brand new cinematic mode for recording films that features strong portrait mode video with clever, nearly immediate focusing between various subjects. But keep in mind that only 1080p videos may be played in this mode. Additionally, we discovered that the cinematic mode isn't ideal in real-world tests since it takes a bit longer than anticipated to identify faster-moving objects. Performance of the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro. The new Apple A15 Bionic processor is standard across all iPhone 13 models. The device, which was created using a 5nm manufacturing technique, has 6 CPU cores, 2 of which are designed for heavy workloads and the other 4 for lighter ones. Overall, Apple boasts that the A15 Bionic performs 50% quicker than the industry's top competitor, Qualcomm. However, there are some differences between the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro in terms of visuals. The latter features 5 GPU cores, compared to the former's 4. According to Apple, the iPhone 13 performs graphics 30% better than top Android phones, while the additional core in the A15 Bionic for the iPhone 13 Pro device will increase battery life. Final words: all 4 of the iPhone 13 models are essentially incremental improvements over their predecessors. However, they still rank among the top iPhones available right now. In our assessment of the iPhone 13, we came to the conclusion that it is the best iPhone for the majority of users, while the iPhone 13 mini is simply a suitable option for those who want a smaller phone. The iPhone 13 Pro Max is the finest phone overall if you're ready to spend more, which may make this decision difficult.